The book is like she's outlined. It's a story of a girl who comes to Mumbai to make her dreams come true. But what happens when she's faced with the ugly reality of her dreams? And the book outlines this journey. It is a satire on the city as well, because hundreds of filmmakers leave their lives behind to make a place for themselves in the city called Mumbai. But what happens when they come face to face with the reality of the city itself, the potholes, the landlords, the maids, the lack of maids in fact, and what is the price that one needs to pay for a dream to come true, and how heavy sometimes this burden can be, is what the story is all about. So I hope you guys get a copy of it and enjoy it. And the similarity between me and my character is that we are both from the same town, Amritsar, and we both come to Mumbai to make our dreams come true. And we both, the character leaves her cushy job in an MNC to come to Mumbai and pursue filmmaking, and I have left a career in London in an MNC to pursue filmmaking. But that's where the similarity ends. So I have no torrid affair with a film star to boast about. So it's not my story, but it is my point of view, because I've lived that life for the last 5 years now. And the characters in the book are inspired by real life, yes, because I've had the liberty to work with almost half the industry, and I'm telling you, it's fun. It's like the most hilarious script ever written with the most hilarious characters. So it'll make a writer out of you guys also if you were to interact with them for 5 years. So yes, my characters are drawn from real life, but it's not my story. I've always been very fascinated with writing a story between the covers, and when I was looking for my first plot, and I was looking for the first, so what is that first story that I would want to tell as my debut piece of work, and I realized that I was in the, like I said, I was in the middle of this amazing backdrop of this place called Bollywood, where the emotions, human emotions, were very acute in every way. There was jealousy, there was hatred, there were dreams. It's beautiful and ugly at the same time. So this juxtaposition was so beautiful and paradoxical that as a creative person, I really wanted to pen it down and give people a story to read about, which usually, as an outsider who's not been in the city and who always wonders about what this Bollywood is all about, I thought it would be a good story to tell. Because I myself, I have no background in films, but when I came into the industry, it was a shock and a surprise. So I thought it would be a nice way to start off, and I had a story to tell, so I wanted to. So, I started the other way around, but even though I was writing Ravan, I decided that I had to, this couldn't wait. So I kind of balance between, I could say, novel writing, screenplay writing, and I enjoy both of them. The mediums are very different. The creative satisfaction in both is, of course, you have a different sense of achievement in one and a different in the other. But if you're a storyteller, you would want to extend yourself to different mediums. It is an extension, and yeah, I would also want to go ahead and direct in a couple of years, because that again is a natural extension from between the covers to the screen. Every day is a discovery, and each day gets better than the other. But silliest story, I'd say, there's not just one particular story that I can really rattle off, but it's just in totality how the whole thing functions and how stars are. It's not because they themselves are these beastly beings. They're not. They're very sweet, very nice, and very fun to be with. But it's just the system sometimes which makes them very unapproachable, and the way the things work around them, which makes this whole thing go awry. So I wouldn't say that the stars are to blame here, but it's just the whole setup.